It should be about free choice, but I don't think people have necessarily a free choice anyway at the moment. You know, they are told certain things about the dairy industry, which is not true. The health benefits of eating meat, which are not true. So individually, they've got the wrong message to begin with.
Continue watching to find out more.
Noble viewers, welcome to our show today with Mr. Keith Coomber on Supreme Master Television. In the previous episode, we saw the evolution of Prime Impact's beginnings from a yoga events organizer to publishing compassionate ways of living in all aspects. With Plant-Based magazine covering food and nutrition, and the Vegan Life magazine containing a wholesome lifestyle in all aspects, expanding into animal rights, compassionate products, and ways to spread the vegan life-saving message to others. Over the years, people have become more aware of Prime Impact's magazines and many other sources of vegan content. Prime Impact's third magazine is titled Be Kind, which covers everything from raising eco-aware children to fair trade products and human rights.
We now produce Be Kind magazine, which is all about the environment. And part of that message also is, while we are concerned about the environmental impact of, let's say, plastic, other unsustainable packaging, then the underlying message there as well is it has to be vegan. So, you know, environmentally, we have to think about that on everything that we possibly do.
Not only does Prime Impact spread the Be Kind message, but they also put it into practice with their generous method of delivery, offering readers to read their magazines for free or pay what you feel. So, if you find something in the reading of one of the magazines that brings a positive benefit to one's life, you have the option to contribute to further support more positive publications. This compassionate attitude also goes into their method of teaching a vegan way of life.
There's no point in really trying to force that on anybody. They've got to make that change themselves. And the way we do that is just by education, explaining what the benefits really for the environment and certainly for people's health. You know, when we think about the political side of things as well, you know, there's a lot of people that say that we need to change politics. We believe that most of the time that it's up to the people to change. It's that, you know, there are certain things that politicians can do, but really change comes about from people. And if enough people do that, then the whole thing is going to move. And I believe we're fairly close to that tipping point where veganism will go mainstream, if it's not there already. We're just about on that cusp, I think. So I think we're just going to see that massive sea change very, very soon.
One of Prime Impact's main objectives is education of the facts concerning food, sustainable living and lifestyle. Mr. Coomber shares his thoughts with us.
It should be about free choice, but I don't think people have necessarily a free choice anyway at the moment. You know, they are told certain things about the dairy industry, which is not true. The health benefits of eating meat, which are not true. So individually, they've got the wrong message to begin with. So is it an individual choice? Yes, it should be, but they've got to make that choice based on the knowledge that's out there about those industries and the damage that they're doing. So I think, again, it's down to education. We've got to educate people about the truth around the whole vegan movement. And then they can make an informed choice.
Prime Impact started their business venture organizing yoga events called Mind, Body, Soul, and the Yoga magazine still continues on today and demonstrates that anyone and everyone can participate in yoga. Mr. Coomber describes the relationship between mind, body and soul with the consumption of food types.
we are what we eat. So what I was told originally, and this goes back to maybe 20 years ago, how things will affect you as an individual. Now, what I was told, I was going to get on a flight, and we were going off to, I think it was Sri Lanka we were going to. My brother-in-law actually gave me some information about vegetarianism. So I was eating meat back then. And he gave me this information about the flight or fight scenario. So if you back an animal into a corner, then it's going to do one of two things. It's going to come out fighting, or it's going to run. Now, in that process, everything gets locked down, ready to do one of those two things, which is going to take an awful lot of energy. So all that gets locked into the body. And also, so does the fear. So all that fear gets locked in. And then you're going to consume that. Now, that really kind of resonated with me, and especially at the time my father had died not so long before that with colon cancer. So that was a big turning point for me. I think with what we were doing then with the Mind, Body, Soul exhibitions, that really had a resonation, and thinking about how that would affect me inside, consuming that fear, consuming that aggression, if you like, that was locked into that animal. That really changed my whole view on things.
Mr. Coomber shares his personal goals and destination of Prime Impact.
I'd like to see a time when there's absolutely no animals killed for human consumption. I don't think we're far off of that, really. It's going to be within the next 10 years, I think, that will come about. So, if I've got one vision, it would be that. So there's no more suffering. We can feed everybody on the planet. So it's that much better for everybody. It's better for the environment, better for individuals, and certainly better for, what's not to like about going vegan? It's got so many positives. So if we can get everybody going vegan in the next 10 years, that would be my ultimate goal.
When asked what Mr. Keith Coomber thought about Supreme Master Television, he replied,
I think what you're doing as well is absolutely fantastic. You have a global network, so you've got a big reach within the TV station and the network. So I think you're doing an amazing job promoting veganism. It's for anybody that's watching that isn't vegan, then get on board. Find out as much as you possibly can about it. Certainly for your health initially, if that's what you want to do, but certainly for the environment, but and especially for compassion as well. Think of the animals that we can save. We've got a planet to save, and working together, I'm sure we can achieve that. But it's a big thing that we've got to do here, and we've got to do it fairly fast. So you're doing a great job. So we appreciate your work.
Thank you, Mr. Coomber, for your continuous effort and generosity in sharing your views with our global audience. With the splendors of heaven available at our fingertips, simply by transitioning to a vegan lifestyle, may we all change quickly and reap the heavenly rewards of true peace and harmony on this beautiful planet. For more information on Prime Impact events and media, please visit primeimpact.co.uk. Honorable viewers, thank you for your presence today.